Today's subject, an easy one. How long does it take for you to get over your ex? Or, as I like to put it, when is it do you actually take off the ring? When do you just pop that baby off, throw it in a drawer and say, we're done, that's it, I'm over it? And that, by the way, has a very substantial meaning to you in your life. It does or it doesn't. I guess anything in life has only the meaning that you attach to it. So here we go. Now, one of the best things about our relationship, if you're watching my videos, is that I can talk from actual experiences. I won't say, oh, I love this one. I watch so many videos on relationships, by the way. Most of them are psychiatrists, and I'm not knocking psychiatrists. If you need one, you need one. I've never seen one. I'm not one. Can't even spell psychiatrist. But the bottom line is, I can give you some examples of my actual experience and experiences, because there's been, well, just a few. Okay, so here we go. Real example. I break up with this person, my second wife, again. I didn't break up with her more than once. So it was on Christmas Day. And so we break up. I didn't see Boxing Day. I think the day after Boxing Day, I wake up in my bed. We have a lovely apartment. It's a beautiful apartment. And, but, you know, bedroom's kind of getting a bit messy. I've been on my own for a couple of days. I'm not saying I'm a dirty person, but I'm definitely untidy, because usually my partner takes care of all those things in the house. They magically show back up in my drawer. That's all I know. I put them on the floor. They come back clean in my drawer. That's how it works. That's how my household works generally. It still works like that. So I wake up. I've got a mess in the house. The house is a mess. I've got no food in the house. I'm hungry. And I'm like, damn. And I look down at my hand, and I've got my wedding ring on. And I thought to myself, well, if I was a married man, my clothes would be all neat and folded. My probably clothes would be laid out for me for that day. That's actually what happens to this day. My clothes are laid out. My wife lays my clothes out for me. I don't know if it's a good or bad thing of how you live your life, but that's how I live mine. And I'd have breakfast being cooked or being prepared for me, and I'd be having a good time. It's breakfast time. You know what breakfast time means. It's different for everybody, but for me, I know what breakfast time means. Now, I took my ring off and I threw it in a drawer. By the way, to this day, I've lost that wedding ring. That's why this time I had a tattoo. Because if I'm training on boxing, I'll just lose it. I lost 2 or 3 already, so it doesn't really matter. So I threw it in the drawer, jumped in my car, and thought, right, I'll go take a massage. What could possibly go wrong? So I drive down. It's in Henderson, just outside of the main strip of Vegas. Finest massage place. Go in, never been in there before. Walk in, get a girl, Chinese girl, takes a massage. Just turns out that she happens to be the owner of the massage place, whatever it's called. They have these places all over, dotted all over Vegas. Pretty much all over America, to be fair. And hey, we get talking, we get chatting. She gives me a massage. One thing leads to another, blah, blah, blah. And the next thing you know, it's on. It's on like Donkey Kong. I'm like, wow, that's a good start to the day. So the massage was good. And the ending was, let's say, very, very happy. I've had lots of happy endings, but that one was very, very happy. Unbelievable. So I get back in the car, drive it to a salon. It's winter in Vegas. It's cold. I want to get some tan. I mean, I'm trying to make myself look better. I've decided in my head pretty officially, well, I'm not married anymore. And I go to the tanning salon. So I go to the tanning salon, speak to the woman at reception. We get on great. We have a little bit of banter, a little bit of flirty backwards and forwards. Jump in the tanning bed, take a tan, come out, speak to the girl again. She gives me a number. I'm like, wow, I'm 2 for 2. Well, sort of 2 for 2. Big one and a little one. So, but it's still 2. So I'm like, well, that was pretty cool. Now, getting a bit munchy, a bit hungry by this time. So I drive back to the strip. And I go into the Mirage, and I usually eat the Japanese restaurant, but for some reason, I wanted to go to the American restaurant. It's a little bit further inside the hotel. So I sit at the bar, mind my own business. I'm just sat on my own, obviously. I don't really know that. Even though I lived in Vegas for 4 years, it's quite an isolated place, I think. You know, people don't normally come from Vegas. They normally move to Vegas, and they're a bit more insular. So I sit at the bar, mind my business, order my food. I'm waiting for my food, and I probably would have ordered Jack and Coke as well, just to wash it down with. And 3 older ladies show up, and it's their hen do. It's their 40th hen do. There's 3 of them. And they're like, hi, how are you? And I speak. I've got an English accent. Obviously, they're American. Yeah, your accent's so cute. And so one thing leads to another, and they start talking. They say, oh, listen, I got to go upstairs and change in my hotel room. You want to come up? And I'm like, this just can't be true. It can't be true. Now, I got to preface this. I'm not a religious person, but on occasions, I do this thing I do. And I ask the universe for a direction. I say, look, if this is meant to be or meant to happen, can you give me some sort of a sign? I don't know who I'm talking to. I just say the universe, because I'm not a religious person. And lo and behold, she asked me to go up to the bedroom. Now, I declined. I didn't go. I think I'd already done good already, and I was feeling quite tired after I ate. So I got her number, and she said, oh, come out with us later tonight. Come and meet with us later tonight. So I get back to my room, my apartment. By now it's about 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and I lie on the bed, and I just look at the ceiling, and I go, well, I guess that's the sign. If I was going to get a sign, I've gone out for a few hours in the morning, had 3 encounters. One of them was extremely physical, and 2 of them were both very, very pleasant. Both got 2 numbers on the side of my bed, and my wedding ring stayed in the drawer forever. It never, ever came out. So the question is, how long does it take you to get over your relationship? Now, I'm not saying I'm cold-hearted. Right now, I'm much different. Remember, this was nearly 20 years ago. Was it that long? Yeah. No, 16 years ago. Yeah, let's call it 20 by the time this video stays online. So it's 16 years ago, and I feel completely different about things now. I mean, I've created a system on how to just get over your ex in seconds, because that kind of happened to me. It wasn't quite seconds. It took about 2 days. And once it happened, it actually happened. And we did have another meeting about 5 or 6 days later, and that didn't go to plan either. Also discussed that on video too. So there you have it. How long does it really take you to get over somebody? It takes as long as you want to take. In fact, the only reason why probably you're dragging it out is because you still are attached to that person. That's it. And in the book, we go over this. Chapter 1 is a very important first chapter and very freeing. And once you get through chapter 1 and take the actions that are necessary, you feel differently immediately. And then chapter 2 leads on, goes a bit deeper, and chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5, or step 3, 4, 5. And by the time you get to step 9, and chapter 9, yeah, you should be in a pretty different place. If you choose to be. You may not have to read the whole book. You may only want to read the first chapter and feel fine and put it down, throw it away, never pick it up again. That's your choice. But what is also your choice is how long you choose to stay connected to your ex. How long does it take for you to get over your ex? As long as you want. It's a classic example. For me, a real example. That actually happened. And I do this thing where I just ask the universe to give me a sign. And spookily, 9 times out of 10, something shows up. Or in this case, somebody shows up. Or in this case, 3 bodies show up. So how long does it take to get over your ex? You know, I also see things and people, other people, psychologists or coaches, and again, just difference of opinion, say, how long does it take to heal? Heal what? They left, or you left. There is no healing. There is no healing. If you break your leg, it's broken. That's something that takes time to heal. If you get your leg cut off, it's not coming back. It's gone. There is no time to heal. The time is now. Make that decision. Get out of bed. Get up. Stop crying. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. And try this. Here's another option you can try. Why don't you just go out and pretend to be single? Well, because you are, for starters, so that would make sense. But just act like you're single. Something else happens when you're in long-term relationships. I've been in many short-term relationships. You forget how or what it's like to communicate or connect with people. Because if you're in a good relationship, you don't feel the need to do that. And certainly not in a sexual way, in a way that you're being flirtatious or in a way that you're trying to caress a future relationship. But there's the old saying, never fails me. You just fake it till you make it. That's it. Fake it till you make it. Go out and pretend that you're single. How hard is that? I don't know. Act as if you were single. Think back to when you were single, the types of things that you did. Some of you may be saying, well, I don't like it when I'm single. Well, you never know till you try it. Oh, I don't want to date again. Well, your next better partner is just around the corner. And as always in life, when one door closes, another one opens. And I'll assure you, another one will open. It may get slammed in your face again, but hey, it's okay. There's another door. Go through door number 2, number 3, number 4, whoever, whatever it is. So there's my advice. And that is how long you should take to get over your relationship. That's how long it took me. A day, 2 days. I think we were together 7 or 8 years. That's it. Done. Some other options for you we'll discuss in another video, and it's all written down in the book. So you know what to do. You know what to do. Press the button below the video and let's go play. Enjoy your day. Peace, love. Lee Childs is out.